Welcome to Afra's Artifacts, where we do some archaeology of our own and dig into the queer side of Star Wars. I'm your host, Alia Morgaine, and it's so great to have you here. Well, today is going to be a little bit different than previous videos because today is going to be more my interpretation of events, my speculation, and, well, it's not something that is solidly canon, but I just feel like there's so many hints, so much evidence that it points to at least one possibility. So today we are talking about StormPilot, Finn and Poe. Yes, I do believe Finn and Poe should have been the queer couple in the sequel trilogy. I think that they have wonderful banter with each other. They have great chemistry. I think they are wonderful together. And you see how deeply they care for each other in Rise of Skywalker. Especially when Poe's like, I can't do this general thing by myself. I need your help. You need to be general with me. But in the book Resistance Reborn, which is an adult novel that came out before Tross, it had several parts that very, very clearly hinted at Poe super crushing on Finn. Now, it didn't do so much the opposite direction with Finn crushing on Poe, but Poe definitely has a thing for Finn. I really don't think I'm reading into this, and that makes me think that Poe is bisexual. So that's my headcanon, and I'm sticking to it. Poe's bisexual, and he has a crush on Finn, but thinks that they work together, so if they were to be a couple, that they wouldn't really end up, that things might go wrong, and then if they broke up, then how would they lead the resistance, and like all this crazy stuff. So anyway, these are the parts from the novel that really stood out to me. So the first quote is, Poe felt at a disadvantage around Rey. He still didn't know her well, and she clearly meant a lot to Finn, and Finn meant a lot to him. So Rey mattered, but she was private, cagey almost, and so far she had not been willing to open up to him. So Poe cares about Rey because Finn cares about Rey. That is a very different thing than caring about someone for their sake. He knows that Rey means the world to Finn, and so he cares about her as well. That's pretty intense. And then we get to a conversation between Finn and Poe where Poe is asking Finn about his romantic entanglements. Now, unless a straight man is interested in the women that another man is interested in and wants to see if they're available, I really don't think a straight man cares about another straight man's romantic entanglements. Let me just read the quote. Poe hesitated before he asked, so the two of you aren't... ... Finn looked puzzled at first, but then his expression shifted to amusement. No, nothing like that. Just friends. And then Poe asks, and Rose? And Finn says, oh. Finn shook his head no. We talked about it, and Crate was a moment, but that's it. Friends there, too. So, like, Poe is clearly not into Rey or Rose. It's like he's fishing to see if Finn is single. I don't know. It seems so clear to me. And then, another quote where we have, Finn getting all dapper dressed up for this auction event. And, Poe, well, again, let's just read the quote. Finn stood in the doorway with one hand braced against the side jamb. He had the silver suit on, which ended up being a bit closer to white than it had looked in the plastic garment bag. It fit him well. Smooth across his shoulders and the pants tapering right to the ankles. You look great, Poe said. Okay, what straight man is going to tell another straight man that they look great in a suit? Like that... I just, maybe I'm being, you know, stereotypical here, but I just don't see that happening. This seems like a very clear, like, you look good. Like a, damn, boy. You know what I mean? So, whoo, boy. And then we get a little back and forth in this last quote. Poe clapped a hand against the younger man's arm. Did I ever tell you how much I appreciate you? Finn grinned. Not as much as you should. So, from all those quotes, I know it's only 4 quotes, but you also have to see the way that they just kind of are with each other in the book. And this book, of course, takes place before Rise of Skywalker. But I think it's so clear that Poe really, really digs Finn. And I want something to happen with that. I want Disney to be like, or Lucasfilm to be like, hey, these two would be a great bit of representation for queer people. I know that's probably never going to happen, but StormPilot forever. I'd love to hear what you think about my interpretation of these quotes. If I'm crazy or if you agree with me, comment down below. And remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter at AliaMorgaine, and peruse my blog at thestarsreview.blogspot.com. And remember to check out next Sunday at 6 p.m. Central for new content. May the Force be with you.